Hello! Hi hackers! Glad to see you again. Today we are discussing Postgres extensibility and how the Postgres extensions are made. First, I have to say that there is a lots of hackers behind Postgres. There is a lot of very talented developers that are contributing to Postgres every day, and almost each month the community is inspecting something like 100 patches to the core of Postgres. This means that Postgres has a lot of features, but not every feature can be taken into the core. Some features are just too sharp to give it to the into the hands of some users that are relatively new to database. And these features are extensions which can be inside the Postgres repository in contrib folder, or you can find a lot of Postgres extension on Postgres extension network, PGXN. There are extensions which are supported by individual developers, and they don't want to push it to the core repository of Postgres. They are developing this extension on their own. So what you can extend in the Postgres? Most common for extension is creation of new functions, like extensions like dblink or adminpack. You have programming languages inside the database, for example, PGP, PLSQL, and usually you can create your functions with this internal language, but sometimes you need either performance of C code, or you need some specific, maybe OS-dependent features which are not represented by PGSQL or some other internal programming languages. So you want to create new functions. With the extension, you can describe a data type. For example, cube extension describes multidimensional cubes. You have a JSON extension which helps you to deal with types that represent JSON. And some other data types are provided in the form of extensions. And then you can embed new languages inside Postgres with extensions, such as V8 JavaScript implementation, PLR, R programming languages, or PL Python, etc. The actual list is quite big, and whatever you want, you can execute inside the Postgres database. But this is not. But it's not all. Either you can extend indexes which are inside the Postgres, like generalized search trees or generalized inverse index. And to do this, you have to provide operator classes for indexes, which are also provided by extensions. And finally, Postgres core has a lot of hooks. Hook is a place where you can swap system implementation of some function with your function. For example, you can create a hook for query executor and swap the query executor main procedure with your own function, which, for example, as it is done in auto-explain, just prints query plan and then passes control to regular system implementation of executor. And there is a lot of such hooks inside the Postgres where you can tune behavior of the database to effectively solve your tasks, to solve your problems. How to load extension? Extension is just dynamically loaded library, DLL, inside Windows or SO in Linux. To load your extension, you are using create extension SQL keywords and call creation names. Call specific your extension name. When you execute this command, database will search for control file of your extension and load dynamically loadable code written in C inside the Postgres process. For example, of extension, we can discuss dblink. dblink is a quite simple extension which is responsible for accessing other databases, other Postgres databases, and here you can see full list of functions that are provided by dblink. And actually, functions are what it provides. Core functions of dblink are dblink connect, which creates new connection to the database, and you pass as a parameter name of a new connection and the connection string of a new connection. After that, you can use dblink function by specifying a name of connection you create previously and SQL query that will be executed on other server. But just remember that this function is implemented this query will be executed in its own transaction. It's not connected to your transaction of your local database. And you have to specify a structure of a return type. Here you can see it after as keyword. You specify that you have 3 columns. One is called A and is integer. Then you have text B and array of texts C. Now let's discuss cube extension in details.